Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I'm back with another speed build and another installment of the Squish. We are creating a tiny house today inspired by the season of winter, as the day I'm posting this is the first day of winter, or the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. So happy winter, happy December 21st. I hope you are all having a fantastic month so far, a nice holiday season. It's been a busy time of year. A lot of us, like myself, have gotten sick, and it's just been a lot, but I'm excited to sit down and just chat with y'all and relax while this tiny house comes to fruition. I build something for the first day of winter every year. Sometimes it's an apartment, sometimes it's a full-size house, sometimes it's a tiny house, and I just really wanted to build something that was in my comfort zone and one of my favorite styles. So if you're not a fan of the black and brown aesthetic that I like to do on this channel, you're probably not going to like this one. However, there are some other colors, and I think it came out really cozy and homey on the inside. It's not overly Christmas, and it's not like winter colors like blue. It's mostly green and brown, but I still feel like it feels very wintry. But of course, let me know what you think of this in the comments. And before we get any further into the video, I just quickly wanted to let you know that there is another huge sale going on right now on the EA app for the holiday season. And the discounts are even better than Black Friday. Lots of content is 50% off, and a few expansion packs are even 60% off, like Cottage Living, High School Years, Growing Together, and Horse Ranch. The sale goes on through January 2nd, so if you've been thinking about grabbing some new Sims packs, now is a fantastic time to do so. And if you do, please consider using my code Gryphi at checkout. You just enter it when purchasing on the EA app, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just another way to support me as a creator, so thank you in advance if you decide to use my code, and thanks to EA for sponsoring this portion of the video. So starting to work on the floor plan now, I decided to try and figure this out before I did the landscaping, which is pretty minimal. I didn't change this to different seasons. I was really intending for this house to only exist in the winter. Of course, that doesn't really make sense, but I figured it didn't matter too much what the actual terrain paint situation was, because you're not going to see it under the snow, and you can always change that up after the season. Plus, there is so many issues in the game with the terrain paint disappearing anyway. If you weren't going to see it in this process, I figured it was fine for it to not be there, but I do end up adding some plants outside, and of course some trees covered in snow, which feels so perfectly timed because it's actually snowing outside as I'm recording this voiceover. I'm just looking out the window and it's just so peaceful. I haven't gotten a lot of snow this year, unfortunately. I feel like New England's kind of all over the place on whether or not they get a lot of snow in December or not, but I'm glad to see a little bit of snow before the holiday. So anyway, right now I am trying to figure out where to put this stand that is full of skis and snowboards from Snowy Escape. I thought it would be nice to have some nods to some winter sports. Here are those trees I had mentioned, and also some of these snowdrifts. These are from Show Live Edit Objects with Snowy Escape, because I wanted it to look like there was some depth to the snow, like there was a lot of snow coming down in this area. So the trees also have big clumps of snow on them. Those are also from Snowy Escape. And I'm playing around with what texture I want to paint the exterior. I change it so many different times. Right now I have one from Outdoor Retreat, but I think I'm going to change it one more time. And also throughout the process of this build, you'll notice the amount of snow on the roof changes, because I built this over a couple of different days. And as you're in live mode, the snow levels change, even though it's not really a level, it's just like how see-through it is. So you might notice that. But here I decided to get rid of the walls on the front of the build and add these vertical pillars instead, which I think looks so nice. I love that detail. And then we are trying to figure out some of the wallpapers inside. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go really black and white, or if I did want to go and use the blue color that is associated with winter and snow. I don't end up keeping the blue in the end, but I was glad that I experimented to try and figure out how I wanted this to work out. And actually the layout of the kitchen I thought ended up being so cool. I was very pleased with the amount of space I had. I thought I was going to struggle with the layout in here, but it came together really nicely. So I have a 2-seater sofa, and then there's going to be a dresser with a TV on it. So the dresser is for the bedroom, but it's also a TV stand. And then the kitchen kind of wraps here. So there is a stool to sit on to dine at the kitchen. And it's actually a pretty spacious one for a tiny house. I was very pleased with that. And of course, there's also a picnic bench outside, so if your Sims want to eat outside, they can. It's a little bit cold and snowy right now, so it might not be the best currently, but in other seasons that is outside for them, or if it's just a nice cold winter day but not covered in snow, that might be nice as well. But over here, I am just decorating up above the sofa. I am using this love seat from the Cozy Kitsch kit. I think it is so perfect with the green swatch, and I just wanted to get a couple of items that nodded to the winter. So I have the mason jars with the Christmas trees in them. I have some white flowers, and then I decided to bring in some more of these wall decorations from the Snowy Escape pack. I just thought that they looked so nice here, and then I also got a side table as well, which I'm going to clutter up with a couple of items. Mainly these candles here, and then we are back in the kitchen to get some more decorations, just like regular kitchen clutter, and make it feel super cozy. So there's only a couple of nods to winter in this space, but I feel like the green looks so nice here, and I don't keep the mason jars because I already have them in this room. I just forgot that I already placed them, so I will be getting rid of those. But I feel like the view out the windows of all of the snow and then like the couple of winter pieces that I put in here make this house feel so winter coated. But let me know if you agree with that. I thought this house was just so cute, and I feel like it could work really nicely in other seasons as well. It's just you would remove a couple of those items, or you could go all out and decorate it for Christmas or any other holiday you would like. But over here, I'm just getting a dish rack up in this window up above the sink. I love these windows from Eco Lifestyle. I like how there is a bunch of depth to them, so you can put items up there. Unfortunately, items don't really slot in there, so I am placing them with the 9 and 0 keys and the tool mod to make it a little bit more precise. And then I also added the new tray that we got in a recent update that is a hot cocoa tray. I thought that would be a cute addition as well, and definitely screams winter. I know I love a good cup of hot cocoa in the winter time, and honestly, that sounds really good right now. I'm very tempted. Maybe after this voiceover, I will get myself some hot cocoa. And then this is that dresser I had mentioned. I am just getting some shelves above it, a TV, and some books and a radio. I do swap out the TV to be a different one. It ends up being the one from Eco Lifestyle. This one that I'm going to scale up ever so slightly, and I love the stereo from the Cozy Kitsch kit. It's just like a beautiful vintage stereo, and it just feels correct for this space. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really enjoyed that. And of course, I wanted to get some artwork up on the walls over here as well, so I just got a couple of pieces that I'm going to scale down and stack over by the couch, and that's most of what's going to be in the living room. I get a couple of other like books and knickknacks over by the TV, and then in the entryway there is going to be a place to hang up your keys, kick off your shoes. I believe I add a mirror in the entryway as well. I want to say it's the base game one that we got in an update at some point that has like little sticky notes and stuff on it and pictures. Yeah, I think that one is so cute. It has so much personality, so I included that. And then in the bathroom, we just have a shower, a sink, and a toilet. There is no tub in this house, but I didn't think that that was too important, as I wasn't imagining that this sim has kids or pets. But you could definitely renovate that if need be and add space to this, because it's a pretty small house and there's plenty of room on this lot, so you could add whatever you needed. But the bathroom, I think, came out so pretty. It's got a lot of gold fixtures, and I enjoyed adding these succulents hanging in the shower. I was kind of imagining they were air plants and that they thrive off the moisture in the bathroom. And then just getting a couple of things on the sink top, as well as some towels in here and a couple of pieces of artwork as well. It's a pretty simple bathroom. It fully is functional. I play tested this whole build, so no worries on that. I just had to make sure that the toilet was very close to the wall in order to make this room work, and I think that is a good way to do it. I tend to do like very small bathrooms in my tiny houses, sometimes 3 tiles, but it made a lot more sense here to do a 4 tile. You can also do a 3.5 tile in this space, but I liked the corners. I didn't really want the diagonal wall. Either way, we are into the one and only bedroom now, using those same wall pieces that I used in the living room to cover the entire back wall behind the bed. And this bed is actually from Dream Home Decorator. It's pretty much the same green swatch as the couch in the living room, and it's just so pretty. I also used this beautiful lamp from the outdoor retreat pack that is like carved out of wood. I just felt like it felt very wintry. And this, I believe this house is built in Copperdale, but I could see this being placed down in Granite Falls as well, or Glimmerbrook, any of those more evergreen areas I think would be perfect for this house. But I really think you could probably place it most places. Maybe not the desert. It might look a little out of place there. But anyway, we are back outside now to finish up the landscaping. I got those beautiful bushes with the lights on them from the login event and a chair on the front porch as well as a mailbox. And we should be also getting a fire pit with some seating around it. So if you wanted to roast some marshmallows or any other food items, you have that opportunity. But with that, we are heading on into screenshots. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. And a massive thank you to my YouTube members for all of your support. And if you'd like to become a member yourself, you can click the join button below the video or the link in the description. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.